Yeah, thank you. So, so the big ride, great organisation, a great event, and a great event. It would have been great to have ended out of the open on a Tower Hamlets park, and that wasn't the case, and we were concerned that that might be the case when the Tower Hamlets Council adopted the working definition of anti-Semitism last year, although we petitioned the council about a year ago to ask them to protect free speech in Tower Hamlets. Free speech was not sufficiently protected. So the Palestine Solidarity Campaign, national campaign, the local branch here, went to work to find out why the council had curtailed free speech in Tower Hamlets. So I want to invite Sybil Cock, the convener, main organiser of the local branch of the Tower Hamlets branch of Palestine Solidarity Campaign, and on the executive of the PSC, to take the story on and talk about what happened.
Thank you. I will just give you the bare bones of what happened. As you've heard from the Foos, the Big Ride is a wonderful event. I was involved with it last year. I've been involved with it on and off. And I was asked by one of the organisers in January this year if it would be possible to have the final rally in Alta Valley Park. And I thought, great, that's a wonderful idea, because Alta Valley Park, those of you that are from Towns will know, is a very, very significant place. So I thought, great, that's a brilliant idea. We had an idea of having a festival of Palestinian culture, Palestinian food, stalls, music, I don't know what else, dabka dancing, all sorts of plans. So I set to work filling in the council's forms, which is no joke. Took me, or it took a group of us, an amount of time to fill in. Sent them off in early March. This is for an event at the very end of July, so we were really well organised in terms of the planning and all the permissions we needed. Sent them off in early March, and I got an immediate turn down from Alta Valley because they said it wasn't suitable. So I thought, okay, well, all right then, let's have a different park. Okay, we'll live with that, different park, maybe Mile End Park or Bethel Green Gardens or somewhere in the borough anyway, so that the Big Ride could come into this community and elicit solidarity with Palestine. It took the council a month to turn us down, a whole month, during which they asked me all sorts of information about the possible speakers. Now again, bear in mind we're talking March, end of July, difficult time to get speakers. We had some speakers confirmed, others weren't sure, they might be on holiday, all sorts of, don't knows. But we had a list of people that we thought would be willing to speak or might speak, and eventually they turned us down. I was, because of the what Guy has alluded to, the fact the IHRA definition of being, and they turned down our request for a caveat, I was a bit suspicious, and PSC National were a bit suspicious, so we got freedom of information emails, in the course of which it became very apparent that we were turned down because the officers, this is not a political decision, it was an officer's decision in the Parks Department, the officers were afraid that the word Palestine, which was highlighted on all these emails, might be controversial and might contravene the IHRA definition. So once we got these emails through on freedom of information, we, the next thing that happened was that the event, the end rally actually happened in this church. We're extremely grateful to Father Alan for letting us have the church. A week later, the story blew in The Guardian. We had Guardian journalists who told the whole story of the emails, and the rest of it is history. So we are still putting an extreme amount of pressure on the mayor and the councillors to reverse their decision, and in particular to introduce the caveat which would safeguard free speech. I'm very pleased to say that there are a number of councillors here, and you'll be hearing from a couple of them as well. So that's basically what happened.